Hey guys, welcome to Music City Model Works. Hope the week has gotten off to a good start for you guys. At least a lot better than it's gotten off for me. This was supposed to be the second update on the Hemi Under Glass, that project that I had going. Got everything prepped yesterday for painting. Washed the body, dried it, primed it day before yesterday, Saturday, and let it sit for about 18 hours. Had the body all cleaned up. Did a little bit of sanding, not too much. Mainly had flash to get off the body. Not a lot of sanding to have to do on the body actually itself. So anyway, started shooting my my coats of duplicolor of the Sunburst Gold. Paint was going on real well. I had completed about my second mist coat, and at the end of my third mist coat, I was kind of looking at the paint, and it just wasn't getting it wasn't the shade that I wanted. Normally I shoot my colors on a spoon, you know, for just to check it out and make sure it's going to be the color that I'm looking for. But I shot duplicolor many times, and at least 3 or 4 other times, and it's always came out pretty much like what's on the cap. I mean, within, you know, a half a shade, which I can live with that. But this one was just not coming out like the you know, the color on the cap was, which I was going by, you know, when I bought it. I'm not one of those people you've seen that, you know, kind of look around and see if anybody's looking and they shoot a little paint on the shelf there or whatever. I don't do that. So you know, I had put it up and just really hadn't thought any more about it, and I went to start painting yesterday, and like I said, after about the third coat, it just, you know, I wasn't getting what I wanted, and so I thought, well, maybe, you know, as I start to get into the wet coats, you know, it'll darken up a little bit, and, you know, it'll be okay. But actually, it got worse. If I could have stopped with the third or fourth, the third mist coat, the fourth coat was kind of when I started putting my colors down, my heavy colors, or medium colors actually is what they were, and I could have lived with it. But I had just barely got the primer covered up good. I knew there wasn't near enough paint, you know, to, if I had to sand, you know, it out a couple of days later, I knew it would sand right down to the primer. So I went ahead and put 3 more wet coats on pretty much after the 3 mist coats. So I had 6 coats total, and it just looked awful. I mean, it looked, I told Chris yesterday, it looked like, man, it looked like the cheap trim on a picture frame. It almost looked like the gold that I shot on my Monsters Dragula car, which, you know, that's what I wanted for that car. But it wasn't, you know, it wasn't that bright. It wasn't that much metallic, but it was almost that tin. It was a kind of a brightish gold. It wasn't the deep bronze type gold that came on the car, and I didn't like it, and I wasn't gonna put any more paint on it. I'd already used, you know, about a half a can on it, and it just, you know, between the 6 coats, so I knew that putting more paint wasn't going to do it. So it took a not a purple bath, but it took a super clean bath, and it's in a Ziploc bag outside, letting the paint strip off of it, and I'm gonna put it away. I'll build it later. I had my motor completely built, had it wired. So I put all the parts back in the box, and it's up in my closet, and I'm going to, probably the next day or so, what doesn't come off, I'm going to strip, or what doesn't strip off, I'm going to brush off with a toothbrush and just put it up, and I'll build it later, you know, down the road or whatever. I'm not going to look for another color of paint right now. I'm going to move on. So, which leads me to what we're going to be doing, or what I'm going to be doing, and you get to watch along with me, I guess, if you choose to. This is what is going to take its place. 69 Camaro Super Sport Baldwin motion. Kind of a semi-custom type car. They took these cars and Camaros and Chevelles and put 427 motors in them, and you know, jazzed up the interior a little bit. I think I'm not too familiar with it, but I know that they put the the hot motor in it and put some of the the ground effect stuff on the outside of it, and kind of made it a semi-custom car. So we're gonna do that, and it's not gonna be the green at all. It's gonna be a color that that I've actually got a picture of, if I can move my camera here. Oh, and by the way, I got a new camera, so I got a Canon PowerShot that let me move my light and see if I can zoom you in. I'm going to try to do that right there. That's a picture I got at Hobby Lobby. And a friend of mine, I actually had carried my memory card from my other camera and put it in my computer at work. And it had, I had some pictures I was going through on my laptop at work, and he saw it and he said, "Man, that would really be cool to paint a car that color." And so that's what I'm going to do. So that's where we're at. You know, I kind of hate it. You know, that I was really looking forward to finishing it up, and the motor came together real well. Like I said, it wasn't a lot to the vehicle. I was hoping to have it finished by the end of the week anyway, and but that kind of thing happens, and you know, I'm not going to fret over it. I'm going to move on and go ahead and build this other car. Also, my stepson gave me a little early Christmas present. He's kind of gotten into modeling, so he bought me this '70 Dodge Challenger that we're going to try to paint a kind of a burgundy berry color. I may or may not do this with craft acrylic. I think that's what I'm going to try, though. See if I can get some decent results on a gloss body with craft acrylic on this Challenger. And coming down the road, I got this in the mail Saturday. I've always wanted this kit ever since I was a kid. I built 2 or 3 Tom Daniel kits when I was younger. I built the Cop Out and a couple of others. It's been so long since I built those kits. I remember the Cop Out because I actually carried it to a model contest we had at the junior high school I was attending at the time. So, but I always wanted this school bus and never got it. But I'm going to do. It's not going to be a school bus type school bus. It's not going to be the yellow. It's not going to be the box art. It's going to be something different. I hadn't got a couple of ideas, but I'm kind of going to let you stay in the dark on that one until I get a little closer to time. Maybe around Christmas I may start this one. So I don't know. But anyway, just want to give you a quick update. That's what happened. So it's Hemi Under Glass out, 69 Baldwin Motion Camaro in. I hope everybody has had a great Monday. I don't know if you guys have seen it on the on YouTube, the modeling community. Roadhog, I can't remember the rest of it. I think it's Roadhog 822 or something like that. But real decent guy, man. He's got a video out where a young man that plays on a high school football team there in his town, I'm assuming, and I don't know, he may even be one of the coaches. Had a real bad accident the other night during the game, and he, from what I gathered last night, I was reading some comments that he had posted. The doctors don't give this young man a whole lot of hope to make it. I'm assuming he's probably paralyzed. I think that's kind of what I gathered from what he wrote, and I was kind of in a hurry when I was reading it. But he was asking for everybody's prayer. So if you haven't had a chance to go to his channel and take a look at what he's got to say, go on there and post some comments and wish him well, and wish the young man, his name's Chad, I believe, offer him your prayers or whatever. And I haven't checked today. I mean, I don't know what's happened. If there's something more bad that's happened since last night, I don't know. But I hope not, and I'm gonna get on here in just a little bit and take a look and see if there's been any new developments. But let's get on there and wish him well, and pray for the young man. We're all a community here, and being one of the new guys, I think it'd be a cool thing to do. So anyway, I'm gonna close this one out until I talk to you again. Take care of each other. May God bless you and your family. Keep building. Check you later.